Hey there and welcome back to Atelier RGS. My name's Rob Smith and it's new tool time in Atelier RGS. I've bought what wasn't quite the cheapest steam cleaner in Amazon, but pretty close to it. So let's see if it's any good. The tool ferry's delivered. Let's open it up and see what we got. So it's not the biggest box on the planet, but I guess size doesn't matter. I said this was really the cheapest. It was the cheapest that didn't have terrible reviews. So let's see if the not terrible is good enough. So why have I got this? It's mainly to clear up car parts and motorcycle parts. So let's get opening. So we've got some brushes, looks like some seals. It's got a metal brush as well, which is quite cool. Some gloves, paint and mains lead, a larger, I don't know, scraper or an extension. And that's the rest of it. So, one thing that was pointed out by reviewers on YouTube was on Amazon was that there isn't really a switch on here. So you turn on the steam and it goes. So something to be aware of. And I guess we need some water. So first impressions. It's small, takes a litre of water. Okay, well that's not bad, I guess. Yeah, looks okay. I mean, it's cheap and plastic, but it seems decent. Got a nice long hose, so you don't have to carry the little unit around. Not that that would be the end of the world, but I suppose it means you can use it hands-free. Well, one hand's free anyhow. Okay. That'll be the fill spout. I shall just go and put some water in it. Oh, that's it pretty much filled up. So let's have a better look at these nozzles. So, what I should actually do is see if there's an instruction manual with it. Yes, there is. Fairly short and to the point. Okay, so what this larger piece is a window scraper. So it's essentially a squeegee, I guess, but with steam coming out. And then this toweling thing is supposed to stretch over it. Well, that doesn't appear to fit. Oh no, there's a... that's what it is. That comes off and the towel goes over that. Okay, so that's for mopping it, and then you click it together there. Okay, makes sense. Not going to use that today. And then I guess that's for unblocking. Why not look at the instructions? Doesn't say. So that's the metal scrubby thing, which I'm sure will be useful. High pressure nozzle, fairly stiff nylon brush, and extensions for all of the above. Not that one by the looks of it. So nozzle unscrews from that. You can then screw that chap on. Hold it firmly finger tight and put that nozzle on. It's actually quite cool. And then I guess the high pressure nozzle. We'll start with just the plain nozzle and then see how we get on. Plug him in. So that's on. Put it up to the highest. I presume highest is hottest. Making some funny noises. It's now just squirting water out. Spitting a little bit. And if you turn it off with that, how quickly does it die down? Okay, fairly quickly, so that's perfectly usable. So what I'm going to do, I've got the Morini engine just over here, so I'll move some cameras around so you can see it, and we'll try cleaning that off as a first start. Okay, we'll try out the supplied gloves. So, kind of a bit stuck together. They're not particularly thick. Probably not much more than your sort of standard Marigold washing up gloves. They're a bit snug on my hands. I have quite wide hands but short fingers, so gloves are frequently a little difficult. Oh, and that ripped straight away. So, yeah, gloves are junk. Luckily, I came prepared. So let's turn it on. So this is my Moto Morini 3.5 Sport engine, which I'm in the process of restoring, I guess. I've already scraped the worst of the muck. So this is the back of the engine. This is the back of the engine, which was caked in mud, probably from the chain and the back wheel. So just, first of all, let's try it just with the standard jet. Doesn't seem to be doing an awful lot. Try the high pressure. I'm going to put this in a drip tray for obvious reasons. Okay, turn it back on. that's starting to shift some muck, but what I'm going to try and do is put a bit of degreasant in there. See if that helps, because you can see, that's actually not bad. There is still grease on there basically. So this is an alkaline cleanser. I use it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Mix ratio is 1 to 10, I think, for this application. So with the measuring thing, which doesn't go down quite far enough, I can estimate it a little bit more. There we go. Give it a bit of a stir. You have to put it back up to the high level again. So what do we think? Overall, I think it's probably a qualified success. It does clean. Putting the degreasant in made a big difference. You can see, you know, my hands are relatively clean when I rub that, which certainly wasn't the start. It's not fast. You saw how long that took me. It lasts a pretty long time for such a little unit. I'll put a note of how long that it does actually last. Would I buy it again? Certainly if you've got a jet wash and you've got access to an outside space where you can, you know, jet wash your engine, particularly if it's a heated one, I definitely wouldn't bother with this. But for inside, for smaller jobs, it seems to do a reasonable job. I'd be really interested to hear from anyone who's got a more professional unit that costs more than the pittance I paid for this. What do they think of it? Is steam cleaning the way forward? You just need to spend a bit more money than I do. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful, even if it's to say, well, I'm not buying one of those. As usual, if you could please click subscribe, share, like and comment on the video, that would be really helpful to me. Thanks a lot.